Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is the beginning of another busy week. I feel like everyone is talking about how this is officially Maycember season. It's the end of school. Activities are wrapping up. New stuff for summer is getting organized and planned. We are only a few weeks away from my daughter being done with school for the year, and it just feels like a downhill run all the way through the end of May. Josh was out of town all weekend. This time it was for some family stuff he had to go travel to New York for, not work. But it was another weekend of solo momming. So it has just been on the run. This morning I ran over to H-E-B to get us restocked for the beginning of the week. I've figured out some meal ideas and my plan for the week. I have a little bit of prep to do. So let's take a look at the haul at what I picked up today and then get to work on getting ready for a healthy week ahead. I spent just about $200 here restocking on some things both for the month as well as for this particular week. I have bananas and raspberries for some fruit. This beautiful heirloom tomato. I picked up some mozzarella the other day that I found on sale at Kroger when I ran in just for a gallon of milk over the weekend. And I'm going to use this to make some caprese together, sliced into a salad. That'll be delicious. I have a very nice ripe avocado for us to get used up here in the next day or so. Maybe some avocado toast or on top of like a taco bowl. Romaine lettuce for salads and on top of sandwiches, some baby bella mushrooms to go with some steak that I picked up, sweet potatoes, that's one of my go-to carb grain sources. Usually it's sweet potatoes or rice or like low carb tortillas if I'm doing something like that. I also picked up some cage-free brown eggs from H-E-B. I have cottage cheese. I prefer the 4% milk fat to the low fat. I think the taste is much better. It still has a great amount of protein and is fairly low calorie. So I just go with this one because it's the one I like. I use it in my eggs sometimes to boost up the protein. Sometimes I'll blend it with some seasonings to make a sauce out of it. So many creative ways to use cottage cheese nowadays. I did pick up some regular cream cheese as well to make some sourdough bagels for the family later this week. Some oven roasted turkey and Kobe Jack cheese for the kids for sandwiches for lunch. We did pick up some hot dogs because we're gonna throw some hot dogs on the grill one day this coming weekend. And I'm gonna use my homemade hamburger bun recipe that I shared with you guys in a previous video and just shape it differently to make some hot dog buns here at home myself. I love that I've been expanding the types of breads I make at home. I buy pretty much no bread products other than tortillas. I haven't ventured into trying to make tortillas before. I have made naan bread, which is, I feel like, probably a similar stretching process, although, I don't know. I think I could figure it out. If you have any tips for how to make great tortillas at home, let me know in the comments. A big meat restock for the beginning of the month. This is one of the main reasons I go to H-E-B. The quality of their meat is really nice, as well as their lunch meat, as opposed to having to go to Aldi and then to H-E-B or Aldi, H-E-B, and Costco all for one trip. I just kind of did a big H-E-B run and then I'll supplement with a smaller Costco shop and Aldi shops as I need them throughout the month. So for meat, I grabbed this large family pack of 80/20 ground beef, and I'm gonna go ahead and get these larger packs broken down into like single recipe portion sizes, like 1 pound for the ground beef and 2 or 3 chicken breasts per package, in some freezer gallon Ziploc bags so that I can stock up my freezer. I also bought a couple steaks to throw on the grill, roll of pork sausage. I'll use that for a breakfast prep of some sort. 1 package of bacon. That's another one I always get at Costco. I really like the Costco low sodium bacon. It's sugar-free. It tastes really good and it's a great price per pound. So I just grabbed 1 to last us for this week, and then again, I'll do that as a part of my Costco monthly restock next week. The frozen section, some potato puffs. These are like tater tots for the kids on the side with some dinners. I used up all of the rest of my old-fashioned oats when I made the homemade granola bars. So I got some more to restock. Those granola bars were such a hit with my kids. I also got a restock on our ketchup since we have hot dog night coming up. I did pick up some of this Panda Express orange sauce. I've used this before. This on top of the Just Bare chicken nuggets makes a delicious at-home version of some orange chicken, like Chinese takeout style. Lila actually had some orange chicken at school, surprisingly. It was one of the menu items for her hot lunch one day, and she got it to try. I'm so proud that she's just like trying new foods even when I'm not there. She just wanted to try something new, and she was surprised that she liked it. So I'm gonna try and recreate that at home. It's a new meal for her, and she was excited to try that with some rice and broccoli for a dinner one night this week. And then I got a roll of crescent rolls. This is again, another easy, I could make this up for lunches for the kids. I put shredded cooked chicken mixed with like a veggie cream cheese, shredded carrots, and I put that mixture inside, roll them up, and make little individual chicken pinwheels. And they love those as a fun little afternoon lunch or snack. I got a couple boxes of these fruit and grain granola bars in addition to my homemade ones, just as something to restock our pantry. It is pretty bare of snacks. The girls wanted some chips for this weekend with our hot dog night and with sandwiches, so I have some of the sour cream and onion wavy chips from H-E-B. These had a great coupon today. They're normally almost $3 a bag, and I think with the coupon it was $1.75 for each of them. I also got some veggie straws for school snacks. This yellow rice I use mixed with some cooked shredded chicken and our homemade pinto beans I make in the crock pot, and I will put those into tortillas. I'm gonna do a huge meal freezer prep of those. Summertime is coming up. Lila only has a couple more weeks left of school, and I love getting something like that stocked up to go in the freezer. Some easy chicken, bean, and rice burritos that I can just pull out of the freezer, pop in our air fryer to warm up for an easy lunch. Both my girls love those. I also got a 2-pound bag of regular jasmine rice to have on hand for dinner meals, and a little can restock, just a large can of tomato sauce. I'll either make homemade pasta sauce with that or in some other rice and chicken recipes. A couple cans of black beans, a couple cans of corn. Back here we found, it is summertime, our icy popsicle kind of little freeze pops are back in stock. These are one of the store brands from H-E-B. It's 40 calories per popsicle. I know they're not like all natural, they're not the best, but we just load these up in our freezer in the summertime because they're easy to pop into a large stainless steel tumbler. I pack it in with some ice, and these stay frozen even in the Texas 100-degree plus weather for hours in those stainless steel tumblers. So I will bring those with to the splash pad, to the park, as just like a fun, cool off sweet treat for the kids in the summertime. And lastly, just a 12-pack of Coke Zero in the orange cream flavor. That's one of our favorite flavors of the flavored zero sugar Cokes. I also got my bulk meats broken down and ready to store in the freezer. 3 of the chicken breasts I'm popping right into my crock pot with half a cup of water for some moisture and a bunch of seasonings, including salt, pepper, chili powder, cumin, paprika, garlic and onion, and a little bit of ranch seasoning to make a large batch of Fiesta Ranch shredded chicken. I can use this for multiple meals for the kids as well as my own dinner meal prep this week. I cooked up some homemade pinto beans, and we were able to use the shredded chicken, beans with the Spanish rice I bought at the store, and a little bit of cheese to make some chicken, bean, and rice burritos. I make a big bulk batch of them so I can freeze them. I will either use some of the filling to make a bowl for myself for dinners or a low-carb tortilla. The ground beef I broke down into 3 1.5-pound packages, and these I'm going to store in the freezer until I need them for meals during the week. I had those 2 large sweet potatoes that I peeled, chopped down into cubes, tossed with a little bit of olive oil and salt, and roasted in the oven at 425 for about 20 to 25 minutes until they were cooked through. I also cooked up the 1 pound of pork breakfast sausage into crumbles, and then portioned both of these into my meal prep containers. I did 4 ounces of sweet potatoes with 3 ounces of pork sausage crumbles, and these are the base of my breakfast bowls. This month I am trying out intermittent fasting, which means I'm going to stick with my same calorie deficit, but I'm only going to be eating during an 8-hour window. So I'm gonna choose 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. and see how that works out for me getting started. This surprisingly helps me out when it comes to meal prep because I feel like I'm going to try and increase like the calories and macros of 2 meals and just stick with 2 larger meals and maybe a snack in that 8-hour window instead of 3 different meals. So it does cut back a little bit on meal prep. I just need to switch up what types of meals I'm making. The breakfast bowls I got started with the sweet potatoes and the breakfast pork sausage are definitely gonna be higher in calorie. They're really gonna fill me up, get me a lot of protein for that first meal of the day just after 10 a.m. and keep me fuller until like maybe around 4 o'clock when I eat my dinner meal of the day.
I'm eating a banana.
You're eating a banana, and we've also made some banana chocolate chip mini muffins for the kids. This is gonna be one of their homemade snacks or a quick breakfast option. I tested a small batch of homemade granola bars last week and the girls absolutely love them. So I made a full batch this week. And you can cut these to whatever size you want. I made the 9x13 pan stretch into 24 bars, but like for Nora, I'm actually gonna take hers and cut one of these down into a few pieces so they're more like granola bar bites. That makes it easier for her to eat. All right, I think this is wrapping up prep for today. I got my big grocery haul done for the week. I have some ingredient kind of stuff prepped between the chicken and the beans. I have burritos made. I have the base of those brunch bowls made. And when I have those, I think I'm gonna add on eggs and cottage cheese, maybe a veggie in there to kind of boost it up and really make it like a well-rounded bowl. But between those two bigger meals, doing a brunch bowl in the like mid part of the morning after 10 o'clock when my intermittent fasting eating window opens up, that'll keep me pretty full. And then I'm gonna have the little chicken and rice burrito bowls with my homemade pinto beans for dinners. So I'll also have like my coffee. I think I have like 200 calories set aside in my calorie deficit budget for coffee in the morning. And then I think I still have about 200 to 300 calories left in my day. So I can add on maybe like a yogurt with protein powder and fruit kind of bowl for a snack or something else. It adds a little bit of flexibility in there. But that's my meal plan for this week, following a calorie deficit while intermittent fasting and focusing on whole foods. I got a little prep done for the girls too with some homemade snacks and treats. So I think we're doing good for this week. And I always say being planned and prepared is so worth the time in the end because it keeps me on track all week long. Thank you guys for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on my next video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed today's get ready and prep for the week with me. Let me know what's on your meal plan and prep this week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.